Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to another stage of the Vuelta Espana 2023 here on the Cycling Dane. Unfortunately, I'm on my own today because Skype does not work, in fact. And yeah, we're going to have a great little evening, afternoon, morning, wherever you are, watching the final 51.1 kilometers of stage 17, the grueling stage up to the incredible climb that is none other than the Angliru stage, the massive climb that we saw back in 2020. Jonas Vingegaard, very young back then, or younger than he is now, obviously, but he emerged to help Primoz Roglic on a stage that he had never been before. But nevertheless, there is a stage going on, and there is a stage situation going on, and it's woken up, shall we say, in the last few kilometers. We have none other than Remco Evenepoel looking for another redemption arc. A few days ago, he was telling Jonas Vingegaard to stop chasing him. I'm not going for GC, and here we are yet again. He's out in front with his teammate, and Matteo Cattaneo is the other rider. We also had a FDJ rider, Germany, Lorenzo Germany up here, but he unfortunately disappeared. We also have Marc Soler up here somewhere between the front runners. We're getting a 38-second gap right now from Pro Cycling Stats. I don't know if we're going to see that hold. Lauren Warbass is up here somewhere as well. But it looks like we are going to, unfortunately, have friend of the channel, Andreas Korn, brought back here. So that's a bit of a shame. Jumbo-Visma with Robert Hessing and Dylan van Baal dragging back. They're here on the first of the three categorized climbs of the day before they get that incredible nightmare test. And yeah, apparently it's Sepp Kuss's birthday today as well. Is his birthday going to be a good one or a bad one? We saw yesterday his teammate Jonas Vingegaard taking more time out of his advantage. I don't know what the Jumbo-Visma dinner table was like yesterday, but it can't have been too great after that. His advantage is down to 29 seconds, so we'll wait and see if that comes down even more today. Is he going to lose the jersey? Is Jonas Vingegaard going to take the jersey? First time we've seen a Dane since Jakob Fuglsang, I think, wearing the jersey. That is quite a few years ago. But yeah, great to have so many regulars in the comments as well. We have our poll going as well, of course. And let's see right now you guys are saying that birthday boy Sepp Kuss is going to keep that jersey. But it is very close. 47% Sepp Kuss, 45% Jonas Vingegaard. Nobody is looking for Primoz Roglic. My Slovenian friend, he corrected me on he went through every single name of Slovenians a few days ago, and I think I have not even said Tadej Pogačar correctly. So yeah, but Laurie Warbass, unfortunately for any American fans, has just been brought back and swept up by the juggernaut machine that is Jumbo-Visma. They have 2 minutes and 29 seconds on the Remco Evenepoel and his teammate Cattaneo. Obviously, Sodal Quickstep are trying to salvage as much as they can, and not Primoz Roglic, but in terms of can Remco Evenepoel eventually get his way back into top 10? Obviously, he's an insane rider. We know that, defending champion, wearing the polka dot jersey as well. Which whatever people think of Remco, I think what he's doing in the Vuelta now, not just rage quitting, throwing his toys at the pram. What are we saying here? Thanks, Mike, as well. Kuss was asked in an interview yesterday and said that Jonas, of course, should go for the win since he was the strongest rider on the day. Fair play to Kuss. Yeah. Tadej, who? Tadej. Yeah, I'll put it in the video, his correct pronunciations at some point. Great to have Eric Brown in the comments as well. Great to have so many of you here. And let's see what happens. But Marc Soler going off the front. He's sitting sixth currently in GC. So riding for his own chances. Riding for Juan Ayuso. Ayuso was a bit annoyed yesterday that Finn Fisher-Black was chasing down Jonas Vingegaard. So bit of trouble in the paradise called, what shall we say? The UAE paradise, is that what we're saying? I think Jumbo-Visma are the ones with the paradise right now, but as we see, it is Robert Hessing, Dylan van Baal, Primoz Roglic, Attila Valter, Sepp Kuss. Oh shoot, actually I think I got That's Jan Tratnik. Okay, sorry, I was confusing Jan Tratnik and Roglic. Roglic. Um, yeah, we'll see what happens today. Hugh Carthy, winner last time we were at the Angliru, but like, look at that profile. After 5 kilometers, and if any of you have missed the preview, this is the time to watch it. So I'll put that. It was a very hasty preview. I was doing it on the train station to the Eurostar in London with a lot of people in the background. But there is a clip from friend of the channel, Harry Tanfield, who did the Angliru last time it was here, and he was last on the day. So and he was had an injury, but we're seeing Marc Soler here just catching riders. Destiny, a lot of Destiny rider here. I think it's Eduardo Sepulveda, the former Pocono jersey wearer, the Argentinian rider. Yeah, is Marc Soler gonna be able to close the gap all the way up to Remco Evenepoel? Obviously, he's been out there a bit more, but Remco Evenepoel and Catania, they have 600 meters until the first Caceres climb. So you might be thinking, well, Marc Soler just cruises past Sepulveda, so not too much of a chat going on there between them. But yeah, they're saying, wait, 97, is that Sepulveda? Okay, Pro Cycling Stats, if anyone's watching, has it a bit wrong. So Marc Soler is past him now. Marc Soler is right now the fourth man on the road. And yeah, Jumbo-Visma will have to do something here. But they are so supremely strong that, yeah, are they making cycling boring? That's a conversation that we had in the Echelon Cycling podcast. I'll put the clip up today. But 49 kilometers still to go here. But these climbs are monstrous. This climb here that they're just finishing was 6.5 kilometers at 7.9%. So not exactly the easiest climb, but Marc Soler is continuing his hot pursuit here. He's now the third man on the road as he catches the Groupama FDJ rider almost by ease. He just sails past him. He's a man on a mission, that's for sure. And we'll see if he can make up the gap. He's got 1 minute and 17 seconds. The race organizers are saying on Remco Evenepoel and Catania. And I mean, Remco Evenepoel does not want Marc Soler to come join him, because then Jumbo-Visma are definitely going to chase down this move. But Remco takes the points at the top of the climb here. A jersey that he's almost sewn up already. And I mean, yeah, we love to see this aggressive nature. It's a really good riding by Remco Evenepoel, you have to say. Fair play for him to stay in the race as well. You could have seen a rider like him, world champion in two different aspects of the sport, and the defending champion, be very, very annoyed that yet another Grand Tour not goes his way, and he still sticks in it and really goes on the offensive. So I'm really enjoying that. He's definitely spicing up the Vuelta, I think, in this new role. But yeah, Jumbo-Visma, Jonas Vingegaard, Sepp Kuss, Roglic, they all look supremely strong. Few cracks in the armor yesterday, but yeah, Sepp Kuss, I want to see it. Jonas Vingegaard winning, yes, obviously it's another Grand Tour, adds a bit, but two Tour de France's trump a Vuelta. But yeah, then again, it's the sport of cycling is like we've said before. Either you're the hammer or you're the nail. When you are the hammer, you need to make use of it. You can't just be like giving away things. This is a tough sport, and they know it. But it's a bit weird when it's your teammate who has helped you to two Tour de France's. When it's your teammate, I would be a bit more implored to giving a GC victory, but especially how much he's done for him and Roglic. But yeah, and I think for the team, Sepp Kuss winning Vuelta Espana would add so much more. And then it would be 3 different winners as well at the end of the day. Well, not end of the day. I don't know why people always say end of the day. End of the season, it would be 3 different winners. But the kilometers are ticking by quite fairly slowly here on the climb. The peloton, they are 2 minutes and 38 seconds down. Robert Hessink, former top 10 finisher at the Tour de France, is the one guiding up the Jumbo-Visma team. And Remco Evenepoel is distancing Catania here a bit on the descent. Marc Soler in hot pursuit. He's taken out another 7 seconds of that Soudal Quickstep duo. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see what can happen here. Savage Pro does not agree with the gifted win tactic. It's horrible. Usually I should step in. Yeah, yeah. When's the last time we've seen a gifted win? I can't really recall. We've seen, well, in terms of teammates, it's a bit different, but like two opposite teams, you always have that unwritten rule. But I mean, I'm speaking to the choir, preaching to the choir here. We all know that GC winners, if they have a bigger carrot, they often gift the victory to a breakaway rider or someone like that to work with them. But yeah, is that going to happen here? 46 point, well, probably not. Is Mark Soler going to be working with Remco Evenepoel? I doubt it, to be honest. But they're still 1 minute and 7 seconds apart, so it's not like anything's going to happen. But if we just remind ourselves of the Angliru, the mythical stage climb, I still want to go up it at some point, but it looks horrendous. If you heard what Harry said about okay, riding it injured and after being in your first Grand Tour is not great either. But we've well, the first time it was a part of the Vuelta Espana, or in terms of a top. Well, I think it's only been a top finish. I don't think it's been included. We had Jose Maria Jimenez winning it. Then we had Gilberto Simoni, the Tour of Giro d'Italia winner. Then Roberto Heras won it in 2002. Berto Contador winning it in 2008. Wout Poels in 2011 because Kobo was downgraded, etc. Kenny Elissonde winning it in 2013, where Chris Horner and Nibali had that amazing duel. And then Alberto Contador in 2017, one of his last, well, I think it was his last victory as a professional. It was actually, I think it was. I'll double check that. But Hugh Carthy, 2020, as we said. But the fastest time, because obviously we care about this, I care about it, was Roberto Heras back in 2000, not 2000 in 2000 with a time of 41 minutes and 55 seconds, 18.3 kilometers in speed. And I mean, yeah, that is like what a normal person would ride a bike on a flat all the way up this savage climb is quite impressive. Second fastest is none other than Chris Horner himself, 43 minutes and 7 seconds. Obviously, there's been question marks over his performance and everything, but I'm not going to speculate about that. As far as I'm concerned, he's still the winner of the 2013 Vuelta Espana because he's still in the history books. We have to play by those rules, and if we can't agree with those rules, what is the point of watching the sport? But yeah, that aside, 44 kilometers. I don't know why that was going. 44 kilometers to go here, 1 minute and 2 seconds. So he's not really made any inroads on Remco Evenepoel here on that descent. So we come to the next climb as well shortly. So the top of the next climb. So just confirmation here as well of the virtual KOM jersey. 81 points now for Remco Evenepoel, leading Jonas Vingegaard by 40 points. So I think we are going to see Remco Evenepoel taking that jersey. And he'll become the second ever Belgian rider to win it. Yeah, first rider to win it for Belgium was none other than Thomas de Gent in 2018. Who would have thought that? Not Eddie Merckx, not so many other great riders, but Thomas de Gent himself. Alto del Cordal is the next climb, the top coming up in 28 kilometers, shall we say. So that's about 23 kilometers to go until we're there. 8.5% average. That is going to be a bit of a... Well, if the first one was the starter, this is definitely not the main course, but it's like the next appetizer, but it's so big, this appetizer, that it's... Or we're just going to call it main, no, let's call this the dessert. So you have the dessert before the main in this stage. But the Angliru, 13.1 kilometers long, averaging 9.4%. But yeah, after the 5 kilometers, it's just hell on earth. I think it averages 20%. And we are in for some fireworks. That is for sure. We'll see what happens. I'm definitely intrigued. I mean, in terms of winners, in the preview, I said I think it's going to be Jonas Vingegaard winning the stage. Many of you disagreeing with me in the comments over on the preview stage. We will have recaps today because I'm not in transit, so look out for that as well. Patrick should be on the recaps once again. So looking out for that, looking forward to that because it's always fun with him. 42 kilometers to go here, 1 minute. So he's taking about 2 more seconds out, Marc Soler, of this lead. And we'll see what happens here. It's a fascinating dynamic having Remco Evenepoel out there in front, but only a minute on Marc Soler and then about 2 minute gap to the Jumbo-Visma boys. But is he going to be let all the way up to take the victory? Is he going to have enough energy? That's not me saying he's not a bad climber. I'm just saying those climbs will have done a bit. And then obviously the increase of pace being put on by the domestiques of Jumbo-Visma. I mean, Jumbo-Visma just incredibly strong this year. It's like, yeah, they've taken the Ineos Sky formula to a whole nother level. And when you look at their team, Jonas Vingegaard, two-time Tour de France winner, Roglic, serial podium finisher and three-time Vuelta Espana champion, Sepp Kuss, the best domestique in the world, on his third Grand Tour this year, which is incredible. Kelderman in that squad, top 5 finisher of the Tour de France in 2021, podium finisher at the Giro d'Italia. You've got Robert Hessing, former top 10 finisher at the Tour. You've got Dylan van Baarle, Tour of Britain winner, Paris-Roubaix winner, etc., etc. Jan Tratnik, such a strong rider. So, yeah, it's a formidable team. You can't deny that. Even if you don't like Jumbo-Visma, obviously I like Jonas Vingegaard because he's been on the channel twice, and he's a nice guy, and I'm Danish, and I'm biased. But in terms of like looking at the team and this dominance, I think it's almost the same way in Formula One where you look at Red Bull and you're like, yeah, that's incredible. And dominances don't last forever. So that's the only thing you can say really. But in terms of the infrastructure as well, they have the development team, they scout out the best young riders as well. I wouldn't be surprised if Isaac Del Toro signs for either UAE or Jumbo-Visma. But yeah, so yeah, there is logic to the madness in some respect. But Ineos Grenadiers, the fact that they don't have a development team is crazy. It's just a shame that not every single World Tour team has one. Obviously, it costs money as well, and the whole inequality of the sport. But why are we going down this? We have the race, 39.5 kilometers to go. That was a tangent and a half. 59 seconds of 1 minute for Marc Soler to make up on the Catania Remco Evenepoel duo. I don't know. I think, was this too early? Are we going to see another UAE rider launch off the front on the next climb? But 6.2 kilometers until we get to the sprint as well. I think it's a bonus sprint. But yeah, Remco, what can he do here today? He keeps just gaining a bit of time back. What is he going to be able to do? That is the question in terms of the getting in further up. I mean, currently he's sitting 15th, 29 minutes down. So how much time did he lose yesterday? I'm not sure he is actually too bothered about the GC anymore. Even like a faint hope of a top 10. Does that do anything for his profile as a rider? Not really, let's be honest. I mean, him winning victories does. Yeah, okay. He lost 14 minutes yesterday. He's not doing a GC. It's over. Guys, it's over. There's no GC hope. It's all done. Yeah. So that was completely incorrect. That's what you get for traveling during a stage, so you're a bit blind. Thank you, Eric. Someone likes my tangents. And yeah, I'm very pro Danish cycling because we've been in the dark so long in terms of before. This is the golden era of cycling for Denmark. We have to enjoy it while it lasts. And yeah, in our poll, it's 46% for the birthday boy Sepp Kuss, and it's 45% for Jonas Vingegaard. So if you believe your vote doesn't count, actually it's tied now, 45% each for these two. This is a very close poll, guys. And yeah, we'll have to wait and see what happens here. 37.5 kilometers still to go. 1 minute 5 seconds. And yeah. Oh, Andrew J saying, okay, thank you guys for catching me up as well on yesterday's stage. So apparently he said he lost time yesterday to prove to Jumbo-Visma he didn't care about the GC anymore. Okay, yeah. Yeah, it was kind of what I was talking about before. So you guys just proving that I was probably not crazy. that he is kind of, yeah, stages mean more in the Het Newsblad. Nobody cares about a top 10 in the Vuelta Espana, but they care about Remco lifting his arms on the Angliru or whatever. So we'll wait and see what happens. And yeah, it is what it is. 36.7 kilometers to go here. 2 minutes and 28 seconds for the peloton to make up on the Remco Evenepoel group if they are going to do that. And yeah, Savage Pro as well. There has been like a really bad story yesterday, I think it was. Nathan on Hoindoink had a heart attack while driving a car, and then he was with his pregnant partner, wife, and then crashed into five people. That's quite alarming. And I think one of the Kinder brothers as well had a heart attack. So, yeah, I mean, Sonny Colbrelli having the cardiac arrest as well. So, yeah, make of that what you will. But brighter things, the Vuelta España, 35.6 kilometers to go. 35.8, shall we say. Oh, those 200 meters made a difference, Scott. But we are seeing Marc Soler. He has been, well, joined by the two riders he passed before, 1 minute and 12 seconds. Maybe he was just thinking, well, what are we saying here? We should give the poll a name. It should be the official Cycling Dane poll of various topics, and then we should name it the Wout poll. I like that, actually. We need a new poll anyway, so come with a suggestion, guys, as well. Yeah, 35 kilometers still to go here. We're still seeing Matteo Cattaneo here just driving the pace for number one race number, the defending champion, Remco Evenepoel. We probably should have a poll about the stage, but currently it's the tightest poll we've had for a while, considering how many of you have voted. Only 9% of you believe that it is going to be Primoz Roglic. I'm trying to improve my Slovenian name pronunciation. My friend was very good at correcting all of them. But yeah, 34.7 kilometers still to go here. So it's a trio chasing a duo, and then the peloton 2 minutes and 30 seconds down. It's the flat section of this, well, until we get to the climb. We have the intermediate sprint coming up as well, which I guess should be, well, they probably won't care about it. They'll probably just roll through it. If Remco was trying to prove that he's not going for GC, then why would he go for a bonus time here? But we still have Hessing driving the pace with Dylan Ball ready to take it up. Sepp Kuss up there as well. And yeah, is it? I'm just going to check it is his birthday because it's said on the side of the road. And I mean, I don't know is it true? Yeah, it is. 29 years old today. Well done, Sepp Kuss. Well done for surviving to 29. Robert Miller as well, 65, or Pippa York now. So yeah, a few birthdays going around here. But yeah, nice for him in terms of Sepp Kuss. But yeah, 2 minutes and 29 seconds. Who knows if this is going to be, if they're going to catch. We haven't done, well, we haven't been streaming for that much as well. And yeah, we'll have to see who can chug champagne better than Sepp Kuss. I saw the Sepp Kuss chugging the champagne in a F1 memes group. So cycling has gone beyond its boundaries here as well. It should be interesting, shouldn't it? If he can do, maybe that's the birthday present for Jumbo Visma for Sepp Kuss. Think of that. Your birthday is riding up the Angliru. That seems like torture, even if you're a good climber. And asking, have you done a video about who has the biggest ego in cycling, past and present? Could be a good one. Yeah, it could. Okay, suggestions for egos. I'll make a note of it. We have the down season coming as well. And a new Cycling Dane channel coming in a few weeks as well. So look out for that. Trying to keep the channel a bit more clean as well. Probably shouldn't say clean on a cycling channel. But the 32.6 kilometers, 1 minute and 26 seconds. So the Marc Soler group, they've hemorrhaged 26 seconds since we last really caught up on that gap. But 47% of you believe it is going to be the birthday boy. And we've only got 30 likes as well already. So if you haven't already, make sure to hit the like button. Let's try and get to 100. We're nearly 300 people in the chat, so I'm sure we can get to 100 likes. But yeah, great to have so many people here. And yeah, sorry for the inconsistent streaming. You know, the Tour de France hangover, moving, etc., all these things. And wait, are we saying Pantani had an ego? Well, I don't speak Italian, so maybe. As you know, long-time listeners, and many of you are here, I'm a massive Marco Pantani fan. And yeah, such a unique story in a way. A great video on this channel about that, but of course we all know that. 31.8 kilometers still to go here. We're seeing the trio, Marc Soler, Sepulveda, and Germani. The Groupama FDJ rider, who I must admit I don't actually know anything about. So let's educate ourselves on him. The Groupama FDJ rider. Groupama FDJ obviously have such a young team. They had Lenny Martinez in the red jersey early on. That was a great effort by him. But Lorenzo Germani, he is 21 years young. He's a product of the development team. We were talking about development teams early on. We're seeing Caden Groves here being led out for the sprint. So he's going to take, well, the remnants of the points that are there. Is anyone bothered about the points jersey anymore? I don't think so. I hate this when the jerseys just die. I mean, arguably the polka dot jersey is going to die today in terms of the contest. The red jersey is still fairly open. Yeah. But Germany, well, in the second group, the Groupama FDJ rider, Italian, born in Sora, which I'm not even sure where that is. But what we were going to say is that it's his first season, so a neo-pro on the World Tour. Good for him, riding his first Grand Tour. And we see the French team do this a lot, use the Vuelta Espana as kind of like a development ground for the young riders. And I mean, fair enough, they need to get in there somehow. Great to have Stuart as well listening from Japan, and we'll see. Big Unit Cycling say watch Remco put 30 minutes on Kuss going up the Angliru. If he cracks, that is going to be such a sad day. That is going to be such a sad day for the Vuelta, I think. If Jonas Vingegaard wins the Vuelta, it's the first time, as we said. Well, I think it's the first time we had a Dane win the Vuelta, so there's history there. But the reality is, and I'm sure the Danes in the chat will agree, Jonas Vingegaard winning the Vuelta won't do much for the publicity of the sport, or Roglic. But if Sepp Kuss wins, the US market would be very happy. So... But Savage Pro was saying, I don't like the gifting, etc. Which, yeah, is true. The poll is very close still. Over 200 votes, and 47% of you going for GC Kuss, and 45% Jonas Vingegaard in terms of not winning the stage, in terms of getting that red jersey. So we'll see what happens. Stop it, Scott. You're giving him the announcer curse. Brian saying that. Which one? Okay, Jonas Vingegaard will win today, because I don't want him to win today. Obviously, I'm a fan of Jonas Vingegaard, but okay, no, him winning would be great, because the whole showing himself for the first time in the Grand Tour on the Angliru stage in 2020, comes back, wins the stage, takes the jersey, first Danish winner, blah, blah, blah. But there's only 5 million Danish people so the market isn't very big. But Sepp Kuss, what is America, like 300 million or something? And okay, it's not the Tour de France, but it's still I don't. Would it get covered, American friends? Would it be on Fox News, NBC, CNN, or whatever? Would they cover this? Like Sepp Kuss destroys the Europeans at their own race. Would that be a headline? But we're seeing Catania still pulling Remco Evenepoel here. They've got 1 minute and 44 seconds, so they've increased the lead here to the Soler group. 28.6 kilometers still to go. We're getting very close to that climb. And yeah, look at the profile, guys. It's incredible, isn't it? When you look at it. Great to have over 300 people as well in the chat. Still only 57 likes. Guys, what is going on? Are we Are we losing our touch? I know it's been, well, stage 13 was the last time we were doing a stream. And yeah, I'll try and get around to doing as many as well. But I'm trying to do other projects. So I'm trying to get videos ready as well. So it's the give and take, well, give and take. Trying to get that finished. So yeah, there's a lot of work to do. That's what I'm saying. But nevertheless, my suffering apart, they're suffering. 28 kilometers to go until they reach the top of the Angliru. 28 kilometers seems quite close, but then you just have to factor in the 13 kilometer, well, not even 13 kilometers, the 7 kilometers of sheer hell. So we're about 20 kilometers from that point now. And yeah, the next climb is going to be crested in 7.4 kilometers. So they're about 1.7 kilometers from the bottom of the climb of the second cat, or not the second cat climb, the second cat one climb on the stage. And then we have the HC climb of the Angliru, obviously. And it should be, I hope it's, I don't know. Was it a bit of that? We might do that one next. We'll do, what was your favorite Angliru stage or edition? And then if you didn't watch those years, it's a bit, yeah. But yeah, maybe we'll do that. We'll do that poll because I think the one we have now has been on there for a long time. We'll keep it on the Angliru theme as well. And then a bit later on, we'll go back. Americans don't really know any bike races besides the Tour de France and the Olympics. Yeah, that is a shame, isn't it? It's well, there's so many Americans in our chat and on the video comments, etc. Eric Brown, all of you, Gladys, all across the country. So yeah, but that's preaching to the choir, isn't it? Because you guys follow the sport anyway, as Josh said as well. Yeah, many of you. Okay, 48%. So we ended the poll now. 48% of you believe it is going to be a Sepp Kuss day. Matteo Cattaneo here. They are on the climb now. Matteo Cattaneo and Primoz. No, not Primoz Roglic. And Remco Evenepoel and Remco Cattaneo there, just getting a shake of the hand or a high five by Remco Evenepoel, thanking him for the work he's done today, pouring his watts out on the road of Spain in services of Remco Evenepoel, and Remco Evenepoel just flies up the climb. This man is just, yeah, a rocket when it comes to climbing. Does anyone know what actually happened on stage 13? Yes, 13. Okay, well, new poll. Which is your favorite edition of the Angliru? I know it doesn't make sense. Just go with it. 2020, Carthy. 2017, Contador. 2013. Well, it wasn't Horner that won. It was Ellison. But so we'll put 3 options, and then I am going to announce my pick. My pick is the Chris Horner duel with none other than Vincenzo Nibali. That was an incredible battle. I have no idea how Horner. Yeah, what are we saying? Will Ryan is saying the anti-Jonas Discord was pretty heavy yesterday on Twitter. Yeah, it is what it really, isn't it? I don't know what do we say? Like, he's just incredibly strong. And yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say. I don't know. You guys have we all have our opinions, obviously. I'm torn because, like, obviously I like Jonas Vingegaard. I want him to win, but I also want Sepp Kuss to win. So in an ideal world, it would be second Jonas Vingegaard and then Sepp Kuss winning the jersey, but Jonas picking up 7-8 stage wins. That's not going to happen, but you know what I mean. 4.7 kilometers still to go for Remco Evenepoel, who's just sailing up this climb. He's got a 2 minute and 2 second gap now to the chasing trio. 2 minutes and 52 seconds down to Jumbo Visma. Do Jumbo Visma want the win today? That's the big question as well. Eric Brown saying, what about 2002 Heras? Yeah, I should have put that on, shouldn't I? I didn't watch that edition, but I think that was do we agree that was the fastest time on the Angliru? I think it was. But Marc Soler distancing people here as well. The peloton coming into the climb here now, and let's see what Jumbo-Visma can do here. It could be an interesting one, to say the least, what will happen. And I mean, Remco Evenepoel winning on the Angliru would be a sensational win. Dylan Van Baal here policing things here. We got Attila Valter, Jan Tratnik, Jonas Vingegaard looking around. And DSM is there. Like, everyone's just looking around. And the bottles are being brought on by the domestiques now. DSM up here. Romain Bardet, can he do something? Max Poole was up there yesterday. Hitsink going at the back here, so his job work for the day. Caden Groves is still up there in the back end of the peloton, so that tells you that there probably isn't the, what shall we say, the pace that we were expecting. Brian asking, was the Contador with Schleck? No, the Contador one was without Schleck. Schleck had retired at that point. He retired in 2014, unfortunately. There was the 2008 one as well. I believe he won. Did we say that? So the winners were 2008. Yeah, so Alberto Contador, the only rider to win twice up the Angliru in 2008 and 2017. However, oh, actually, no, his 2008 was the third quickest overall in history that time. Hugh Carthy's time was the sixth fastest up the Angliru. I'm not sure he's going to do anywhere near that time this year. Joaquim Rodriguez, 2018, I think he was second. Yeah, second. Yeah, Contador, 2008, just absolutely obliterated everyone. Marc Soler here pushing the pedals here, 3.9 kilometers still to go, not for him, for Remco Evenepoel. And Marc Soler in hot pursuit, well, 2 minutes and 3 seconds. So we'll have to wait and see what happens here. It's a fascinating ride, what's going on here. It should be a good duel between all of them, but Dylan Van Baal is the one policing the peloton as we speak. Attila Valter on his wheel. Yeah, well, they have already strangled the Vuelta Espana to some respect with having the top 3 positions. Are we going to have 3 riders on the podium? That is a question I'm a bit less certain of now. I think we might see Juan Ayuso crawl up into the podium. And GP saying, I don't think Jumbo is stupid. They see the sentiment. Yeah, I think you're right. And the marketing opportunity. They love a good dollar bill, that team. Well, they have. We're seeing Marc Soler catching Matteo Cattaneo here. And yeah, 2 minutes and 5 seconds. Cattaneo is just going to sit on his wheel. Not going to do anything. Just be like, come on, faster. Why are you so slow? Yeah, we'll see what happens. Are we going to see Remco? That is our next question, actually. After we're finished with this poll here, get your votes in. Let's try and get to 100 on the likes and also the poll as well. Currently, 2017 has been your favorite Angliru edition. I still think, guys, you're missing out on the Horner versus Nibali. Nibali attacked him like 5 times and Horner wasn't dropped. It was, yeah, I was flabbergasted when I saw it. And I'm a very, very big Nibali fan. So, arguably more than Jonas Vingegaard, I think. Dylan Van Baal pushing on here. Landa coming up, almost getting pushed out into the ditch. 24.2 kilometers, 2 minutes and 4 seconds. 2 minutes and 58 seconds down to the peloton here. So, I mean, how much time does Remco need to stay away? That is a question. I mean, I was saying that you guys need to hurry up with the voting. It's only been 5 minutes and we're already on 45 people. So, apology, guys, for being very impatient. Yeah, I really don't understand what they were doing yesterday with Sepp Kuss getting dropped. And okay, yeah, Savage Pro, we'll put that in as well. So next poll is going to be, do you like gifted wins in cycling, yes or no? It's a weird one, isn't it? Like, gifted wins, can you think of which one stands out for you? Ivan Basso with Lance Armstrong, I always think of because of the the Overcoming documentary, which is a great documentary of CSC, the team, where I think Lance Armstrong helps Basso's mum with some cancer treatment, and then he gifts a stage to Lance Armstrong. But then you could say maybe he would win it anyway. But yeah, Bahrain victorious are putting the pace on here. Is that because they're threatened by Marc Soler taking time here? Bahrain, what are you doing, guys? Ugh. GP saying my last comment is all upside with a Sepp win, the possible US interest, and no one becomes a villain. Yes, if Sepp falls apart, that is different. Yeah. I think that's true. If Sepp Kuss wins, it would be... Yeah. I think Twitter cycling would... why am I doing that? It is a thing. Twitter cycling would be a lot more open to that than a Jonas Vingegaard win or a Roglic win. But we'll wait and see. Great to have over 400 people in the chat. We're almost at 100 likes as well. Only 12 away. 2.4 kilometers until Remco Evenepoel sweeps up another mountain stage sprint. And yeah, is he going to win the stage today? That remains to be seen. Brian saying Lance gifted Abduez to the Pirate. Wasn't it Momo 2? I think it was Momo 2. Because, yeah, well, correct me if I'm wrong. 23.3 kilometers, 2 minutes and 1 second. Yeah, we're talking about gifting wins. Can you think of any where they've been gifting wins in terms of races? Yeah, Tobias saying the Tadej Pogacar and Rafa Majka in the Tour of Slovenia. But gifting wins between teammates, I mean, that is a bit, yeah, I don't know. It's a weird one, isn't it? The most famous one, I'll probably do a video about that. Well, most controversial one was probably Freddie Martins back in 1977. That is such a I should really do a piece about that, because that is a great edition of the Tour of Flanders. 23 kilometers still to go here. Remco Evenepoel pushing on. 1 minute, 1.9 kilometers still to go. 2 minutes down to Marc Soler. So it's Marc Soler, Tour de l'Avenir winner, versus Remco Evenepoel, the Vuelta Espana winner. Obviously, Marc Soler has taken stage wins in the Vuelta Espana twice. He was responsible for 100% of Movistar's wins in 2020. And Sepulveda being brought back here by the rampant Bahrain victorious team here. So, yeah, that is quite interesting to see what is going to happen here. What are they doing? We'll wait and see what happens. But Bahrain really taking it to everyone else here. So, yeah, interesting. It's always interesting when you see like the lower top 10 teams being threatened by other teams, and then Jumbo-Visma or whoever's in charge can just sit back. Yeah, strange Bahrain. I would not be doing this. I would be conserving my efforts here, knowing that Jumbo-Visma are probably the strongest team. Oh, they are the strongest team, let's be honest. Yeah, 22.5 kilometers still to go here. 2 minutes and 37 seconds. And it's all still to play for here. And it could be a very interesting stage. Are we going to do tomorrow's stage as well? Yeah, that's a mountain stage. So tomorrow's stage... Guys, this is taking editing time away from me on the other projects. But tomorrow is quite an interesting profile. So, okay, I'll get up early, do the video so it's ready for everyone. So... I'll get up early. We'll do the stream tomorrow. Stage 19, we won't care because that's a flat stage. Then back for stage 20, and then maybe stage 21. So that's quite a rough profile, agenda, shall we say. But Remco Evenepoel, 1.3 kilometers still to go for him on this climb, 12%. And yeah, he's just riding how he always does, isn't it? He's incredible rider. He's good at riding by himself. He doesn't like riding with anyone else. That's why we see him frequently just disappearing up the road. And yeah, it could be a famous day for him if he wins it. He's still got 2 minutes and 33 seconds on the peloton. How much will he do, to say the least? That remains to be seen. We'll have to wait if he can do something. Is he able to push everything back? Armstrong gifted Floyd Landis a stage in the Tour. Yeah, okay. Bahrain Victoria still pushing on here. They are the ones threatened by Marc Soler, clearly. And this is a bit interesting that they're doing this. The peloton isn't sizable, to be honest. We saw earlier that we still had Caden Groves in the group, but is that going to be the case? Landis having a somewhat good Vuelta Espana. Remember that Landa hasn't got a great record in the Vuelta Espana. He's predominantly more a Tour de France, Giro d'Italia rider in terms of looking at his historic wins. But yeah, him getting his first top 10 would be amazing for him, to be honest, before he heads off to Soudal Quickstep, where we have Remco Evenepoel waiting for him. So great to have 500 people in the chat as well. Let us know where you're watching from and get involved in the poll. We've hit 100 likes, so well done to every single one of you. And what is going to happen on today's stage? Make sure to join me and hopefully Patrick over on the recap race analysis after the stage. Well, not directly after. As soon as I can edit it over on the Second Day Extra channel. And we'll be back for tomorrow as well, I think, to do the stage. The live commentary stream. So it should be a good one. Great to have so many here. And less than 800 meters now for Remco Evenepoel to top the penultimate climb of the day. And then the only climb between him and victory is the Angliru. He's got those 5 calm kilometers and then 7 kilometers of just sheer destruction. Yeah, it's insane, isn't it? I don't know. It's on my list of like climbs I want to do, and obviously do a video about it, but like it's also really tough. Like there's no way around it. It is a savage climb. But Remco Evenepoel, less than 600 meters now until he gets to the top. Gino Merda gifting Roglic a stage win at the Dauphiné. Yeah, Gino Merda is so annoying, isn't it? Such a talented rider. But he still lives long in the sport. So, great to have you here, Graham, as well. Thanks for joining. And Will from San Francisco as well. San Francisco, I want to go because of that steep climb you guys have. But yeah, we'll see when the calendar can get that to work out. Savage Pro enjoying the day in St. Lucia. Must be horrible temperature there now because it's horrible here in France. Bahrain Victorious pushing on, and we can see the destruction behind. Buchmann at the back. We had David de la Cruz losing out. Attila Valter coming off his bike here. Oh, no, wait, I think it's... it's Attila Valter, the green, not the blue of Dylan Van Baal in terms of national champion. So Attila Valter struggling there to hang on a bit because of maybe just had a mechanical. The sniper himself, Antonio Tipari, he is the guy now pushing on the pace here. Damiano Caruso behind him, former top 10, former podium finisher at the Giro d'Italia, as we know. Stage winner last year at the Vuelta Espana as well. Was it not last year? I'll double check. But Remco Evenepoel just absolutely I wouldn't want to say league of his own because it was on a breakaway, but he's getting up the road. And he's taken the second categorized climb as well, so extending his lead in the mountains jersey points classification, whatever we call it. And it is crazy, isn't it? It's I like this. Seeing one of the Galacticos of the sport up the road. The drama, will he, won't he win this stage? Imagine if Remco hadn't lost time, then he would just be there. Will is saying, which one? You tell me, Will. The steepest street in the world. I think that's the one San Francisco claimed to have. New Zealand claimed to have it. And somewhere in Wales claims to have it. But let's be honest, the one in Wales is a bit phony. Sorry, guys. I love Wales, but that record... The steepest street thing should have more criteria, let's be honest. It should be like... Eric Brown saying, when you go to San Francisco, I'll drive up to meet you there. Absolutely. Let's put it in the calendar. Next year, I'll try and get to San Francisco. Let's say that's gonna happen, and then anyone who's an American can come join, and we can have a lot of fun. We could do like the hill climb races, like they do with the Red Bull thing. But that aside, 20.4 kilometers, Marc Soler. He's kind of in this no man's land between Remco Evenepoel and the ever thinning peloton, shall we say, on the birthday of none other than Sepp Kuss. Yeah, it's a crazy stage, that's for sure. Yeah, Angliru, what do we think of it? Is it a crazy climb? We also have the GP Lombardia going on right now, so let's not forget about that. And the world champion Mathieu van der Poel is in that race. Can he potentially do something? That's the big question. And yeah, okay, looks like I have to come to America then. But 19.7 kilometers to go, and Annette is saying, where is the Jumbo Visma boys? I mean, they're just, well, resting up as much as you can rest on a climb behind the Bahrain victorious guys. And they're coming to the top of the climb now, with still Bahrain leading them up here. And it's a shame, isn't it? That, wait, what's a shame? No, I don't know what Bahrain are doing. What do they think are gonna doing? Are they just chasing back? Um, are they just chasing back the Marc Soler, Jan Tratnik out the back as well a bit? So yeah, I think it's almost time for a new poll. What's the poll? Will Remco win the stage? We'll do that because yeah, that's a pretty yeah. Will Remco win the stage? Yes or no? That's a pretty easy poll, but you have the profile on the screen as well, just so we can look at it together. Those 5 kilometers, fairly easy. I think anyone could. I say anyone. Almost anyone could get up that 2%. Then it flattens off a bit, and then it really kicks up 13%. Well, it gets up to 22% quite quickly at one part. 24% is the hardest part, about 2 kilometers from the top. So it's just a savagery on savagery. And yeah, we'll see what happens here. But Remco Evenepoel, if anyone can pull this off, it's the likes of Tadej Pogačar, Jonas Vingegaard, Remco Evenepoel. And yeah, we'll see what happens. Savage Pro saying Soler running out of solar power. Yeah, probably. Probably. Great to have almost 600 people in the chat. And as Cycling Bus as well, saying Bahrain Victoria is trying to protect Landa against Soler. Remember, Soler and Landa have never really been this high up in GC in the Vuelta Espana before. Soler, the highest he's been in terms of winning, in terms of the end, I don't mean like provisional, has been a 9th place, if I'm not wrong. I'll double check that as well, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Juan Ayuso and UAE are the biggest disappointments in this race, Danny Luis is saying. Yeah, and there was a bit of tension in the team as well yesterday. Oh my goodness, Eurosport have got Alberto Contador reconning the climb. I mean, talk about guys you want to recon the climb. The guy who's won the most times on this climb is reconning. That's incredible. What are we saying as well? Yeah, what is happening with Nathan Unhoindoing? Do anyone know? For context, he had a heart attack yesterday while driving a car and had a car crash. Hope his partner as well. Apparently not critical. His situation is not critical following his traffic accident, so that's good to hear. I mean, we can't have another death in cycling this year. Like, come on. Like, it's already been pretty rock bottom with that. Yeah, so 16.6 kilometers still to go. What is going to happen on the stage? That is the big question. I would love to see a Remco win here, but apparently you guys don't agree with that. 55% of you are saying no, it won't be a Remco Evenepoel victory. Jumbo Visma would love to take this as well. So yeah, it is what it is, isn't it? It is what it is. Like, Jumbo-Visma have the might. Bahrain Victorious are doing their best to help Jumbo-Visma, even though it's not helping. They have their own target now, getting Landa as far up the chain as possible in terms of the GC. Apologies, I just need to drink something. Yeah, it's very hard when you're on your own. Toilet breaks don't exist when you're on your own as well. 15.9 kilometers still to go here. Remco Evenepoel, still our leader here. He's on the descent, taking it very, very well. And great to have over 600 people in the chat. Let us know where you're watching from and who you think is going to win the stage. Currently, you guys don't think it's going to be Remco Evenepoel victory. I need to vote as well. I'm going to vote he's going to win it because you love to see it. Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it, what's going on, to be honest. And we were talking about the gifting as well. Is a gift when your teammate sacrifices their stage tour? Yeah, exactly. Don, you're spot on there. Well, not even teammate. It can be like a GC rider and a breakaway rider. We see that quite a lot as well. Just getting a reminder of Contador winning, but we're 2.7 kilometers away from the start of the Angliru. It's about to hit the fan, guys. We are gonna have, what I've been waiting for this Vuelta Espana. The Angliru is sensational climb, and one of the climbs, I think, one of these climbs of professional cycling. When you think hardest climb, which ones do you think? Like, do you think Alpe d'Huez is not actually that hard of a climb? It's very famous, and I say that having done it myself. The Col de la Loz is quite a hard climb. The Monte Soncolan, and actually, I've done the Motorola. That was the first ever mountain I climbed. That was hell on earth, but yeah. We'll do a climb thing as well. Which one do you think is the hardest climb in the sport of cycling? Angliru, Monte Soncolan, Col de la Loz. I think that is quite a good one because then we have the three biggest tours kind of covered. And yeah, it's 14.1 kilometers to go now. So remember, it starts with, isn't it 13? Let's just get it right. It starts with, where is it? Oh, where is it? It's not showing me. Okay, I was in the GP Wallonia. You guys are saying that Mathieu van der Poel has been attacking. Obviously, I would like to see Bini do something, but I'm not sure the form's there. 13.1 kilometers, recovering from a crash as well. 13.1 kilometers is when we start. So 400 meters to go, and then we have Remco Evenepoel starting the mythical Angliru, the climb that is so hellish. We've seen great additions as we've been talking through so long. Already this today. But Remco Evenepoel, the double world champion here, the defending champion of the Vuelta Espana last year, is going to be the first rider to start the climb in this year's edition. Will he be the first rider to finish the climb? That remains to be seen, but the peloton are definitely not wanting that to happen. How far will Remco even get in terms of the fastest climbing time as well? Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But 13 kilometers to go here for Remco Evenepoel. His clock has started. Someone take the time as well. We got 4:30 now, so we'll see. Well, 4:30 here. So we'll see if he manages to do it before, 17:11. He's beaten the time of Roberto Heras, but yeah, for obvious reasons, I think that might not happen. But he definitely needs to do a quick time. He definitely needs to beat the time of Hugh Carthy, I think, which was, what was his time? Sixth fastest, 43 minutes and 34 seconds. So, we'll wait and see here. But it's great to have 600 people in the chat. And yeah, I want to see power data. I want to see speed. I want to see all these things. But for some reason, cycling keeps denying us of this. Can we get to 200 likes? We're on 123 likes already. So if you haven't already, make sure to check that out. And yeah, we'll wait and see. 12.5 kilometers. Remember, it's the first 5 kilometers of the climb that are fairly not pedestrian, but easier. But anything is easier compared to that. I promised you a new poll as well. Let's just majority of you believe it's not going to be a victory for Remco Evenepoel here, but which and we still have Bahrain victorious pushing it on for the peloton. Well, not even like the favorites group. There's hardly anyone in there. It's it's a decimated group here. Um, yeah, the UAE boys just a bit behind, but like, what have we got? We've got maybe a 15-man group. I can see two movie star riders, three three UAE guys, two DSM, three Yombo, well, four Yombo and four Bahrain. So yeah, quite a thinned out peloton to be honest. And we'll wait and see what's going to happen. But great to have so many people here, and it's time for the next poll. Which mountain is the hardest in pro cycling? Angliru, obviously we've got that now. Col de La Loz, and let us all know if you've tried the mountains as well. Monte Saint-Clan. I've only done the Col de la Loz, but Attila Valter drop somewhere hovering off the back. We saw he had a bit of a technical issue or mechanical. But Bahrain victorious pushing on here. What can they do here? Jumbo-Visma lining up behind them. They've still got Wilco Kelderman, Jonas Vingegaard, Primoz Roglic, and Sepp Kuss. So yeah, Bahrain obviously thinking about the man. 1 minute, well, somewhere between this gap. It's only 1 minute and 18 seconds now for Remco Evenepoel. So right now, I'm starting to lose hope, guys. I don't think it's going to be a famous win for Remco Evenepoel. Unfortunately, I think it might be. Might be the Jumbo boys, unfortunately, because of Bahrain victorious. Do they get like an assisted win? Like, in football or basketball or whatever, an assist. Bahrain assisting unintentionally a Jumbo Visma here. So, yeah, we'll wait and see what happens. It's quite a good one. And Gonzo, Johnny, is saying he's done Momentu and Abduez. And yeah. Savage Pro poking fun out of me liking Binny. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, it's because Binny, we talk so much about him. He's so much more than a bike rider. He's kind of a hope for a nation. And I really like that. And he's so much more mature than me as well. He's married, he has a kid. Symbol for a nation, and then, yeah. But it is what it is. 11.3 kilometers still to go here. Remco Evenepoel pushing on in that blue polka dot jersey. I must admit, I do like the blue polka dot jersey. It's very nice. It's annoying that he went for the black shorts, not the whole outfit. And yeah, 11.2 kilometers. Remco Evenepoel, 1 minute and 21 seconds still on the red jersey. He might need to up his pace here. Remember, those 5 first kilometers are the starter before the main course of the climb, which is that savage profile that you can see in front of you. And yeah, will he be able to do any destruction here on the climb? Remco, I mean, Sepp Kuss, I hope you survive this. I really hope you survive this. I don't think he will. I think we might see a change of jerseys. I have the feeling. I think a lot of you also have the feeling. Tiberi, Antonio Tiberi, the Samarese sniper or cat sniper. He is the guy guiding them up here. Of course, he had to change teams after that unfortunate incident, but like the fact that he's doing turns here on the front for Bahrain victorious on the Angliru is sensational stuff from the young man. Such a talent. And aiding Jumbo-Visma, aiding UAE. Guys, you need to, this is what I don't, we've seen this a lot with Ineos Grenadiers where they kind of just, they don't ride blind, but they don't want to risk it all. And I would rather risk it all than, yeah, I don't know. They could have done something better. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. If I was Bahrain, I wouldn't do this. I would make sure that I had as many men and just follow the pace of Landa. But The final kilometer, as we're seeing on screen, is very misty. So I think we are going to have a truly mythical edition of the race, if I'm honest. So that is good to see. To be honest, you want to see those legendary things, and yeah, uh, Mel Brynan is saying that yeah, Bahrain shouldn't pull. I don't know what they're doing, guys. Unless you're winning the stage, I would not be pulling. Like, there's no way Landa's beating the Jumbo boys. Mark Soler is gonna gas himself out anyway, so I don't know. This is strange stuff, isn't it? To say the least. But we'll wait and see what happens. It's a interesting stage for everyone. It could definitely be one for the ages. It could be, yeah. Is this gonna be a 1, 2, 3 for Jumbo Visma today? We never know. Are they just gonna like do a celebration over the line together? But Bahrain doing everything they can to grind down the remainder of the peloton. Oh, Remco Evenepoel, 1 minute and 19 seconds. Where is Marc Soler? He's somewhere in the gap here, but we haven't seen much of Marc Soler in the last few kilometers. Pro Cycling Stats have him as nowhere, which is not true because on the screen we're getting the peloton as the third group. So Marc Soler is somewhere in between this 1 minute and 20-second gap. Remco Evenepoel, 10.2 kilometers. And maybe I should do like an arrow on the climb so we can get a idea of where he kind of is. But yeah, it is around the 7 kilometer mark where it really just shoots up and it's terrible, if you will. Uh, it's yeah, it is what it is, really. It could be a good one to say the least. But Marc Soler, oh shoot, Marc Soler's out the back. Okay, so Pro Cycling Stats was correct. So we didn't see the catch. Okay, so what do we learn of that? Sometimes Pro Cycling Stats is correct against the organizers. So I don't understand why they've got a 3 there. Who knows? So 1 minute and 14 seconds, 15 seconds. That is the gap now, and we'll wait and see if he is able to sustain this. But great to have 700 people in the chat, and yeah, as a reminder, we have the recap race analysis later on. I'll be doing that with Patrick Blake of I'll Do Cycling and 1/3 of the Echelon Cycling podcast. If you haven't checked out the latest episode, I'll put a link in the description line, or in the chat. But don't look at that now because we're focusing on the stage. Tiberi, he's pushing the pace on. They still have Wout Poels, a former stage winner here, courtesy of the disqualification of Corbo. You've got Damiano Caruso, strong rider. He seems like he's just gone from strength to strength in his older years. And yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? Are they going to be able to do something here, Bahrain victorious? I'm struggling to see what they would do against the might of uh of a Jumbo Visma. And in terms of our poll, most of you are going for Angliru as the hardest climb. I went for Montes Oncolan, but yeah, I mean, don't really know until you've tried it. Isn't that true? But yeah, Bahrain victorious. They've got 5 riders. 5 riders. So they're riding really strong as a unit. We still have, I think it's 4 riders from Jumbo Visma. Sepp Kuss, Wilco Kelderman, Jonas Vingegaard. We even have Bora rider. Obviously, they have Vlasov and Autobrook. So it looks like Autobrook. So that would open the question up, where is Vlasov? Did I miss something? Did something happen with Vlasov yesterday? In terms of the top 10, it didn't change much after yesterday's stage. But Remco Evenepoel, 1 minute and 13 seconds, but everything is just going to get blown out the water. What does that even mean? But yeah, Autobrooks and Vlasov hanging in the lower parts of the top 10. Are they going to hold here? We have Enric Mas as well. It looks like Rubio is riding quite strong. And looking down the peloton now, there's even a Ikea rider. Vlasov is in there. Little Trek is there. Movistar have some riders. But it is Bahrain Victorious putting on the pace here still, and I think we are getting... No, it's still Tiberi. They even have Butrago here as well, who got, well, lifted up one place. Lenny Martinez suffering, unfortunately. Movistar right out at the back, that's 147, I think it was. Let me just double check who that is. But the pace really still being put on by the young Italian Tiberi and his older countryman behind him, Caruso. But in terms of Movistar, that is Nelson Oliveira. That is good climbing by him. He is a good domestique, obviously. Almost in the mold of, of Castrovejo. But, yeah, Tiberi, great climbing by him here. This is really good going by the youngster. Showing himself, showing that he was a really good mid-year signing here. And, yeah, I don't really know what more to say than definitely one for the future. Remember, Jonas Vingegaard 2020, this was the first time when non-Danish cycling fans probably started to notice him, I would say. And yeah, are we going to see the same kind of arc with Tiberi? Who knows? It's definitely intriguing. 8.5 kilometers, we're very close to that 7K now. So guys, almost sit tight. We're in for a show here. 1 minute and 14 seconds. Remco really needs to. Yeah, how much has he got left in the tank as well? His shirt's undone. He's riding well. His cadence is good, but like this doesn't mean anything. Like it's the 7K coming up, the 20% craziness that would have been. That is going to be the big question for everyone, for the riders, for the teams, etc. But Tiberi's definitely doing a good ride here. There's plenty of riders still in here. That goes against what I said earlier. They have a lot of riders there in terms of... Yeah, it's a good one, isn't it? It's the calm before the storm. And great to have so many people here. Well, if you weren't here, guys, I would just be talking to myself. And then the neighbors would think I'm crazy, but at least I can justify it now by talking with you great people. I promised you the latest episode of the Echelon for your whatever cycling afternoon later, but you also wanted to see the recap with Patrick and myself. But it's number 34, and we'll see how it goes later on in terms of the Echelon. And I mean, if you haven't subscribed already, what have you been doing? We're closing in on 2,000, so, and a lot better on Spotify. So yeah, but Tiberi in the race, the pain is starting to hurt, and number 78 is going out the back. I think that's Leonard. It looked a bit like Leonard Kemner. 7.5 kilometers, 1 minute and 12 seconds. The young Italian taking about 3 seconds out of Remco Evenepoel. And I think my neighbors already think I'm nuts. 7.4 kilometers, 1 minute and 10 seconds. So just losing a bit of time. I don't know if this is enough, guys. I don't know if this is enough. Remco Evenepoel is a sensational rider, but it is a tall order. There's huge miss on the top of the climb as well. And as Mumu14 said as well, 20% in the last 7Ks. I mean, I like my 20K climbs, but I don't like them at 7 kilometers long, if I'm honest. We're almost at 1,000 people as well in the chat, so great to have you all here. And if you haven't already, make sure to hit the like button. Get involved in the poll as well. Check out the Echelon Cycling Podcast, number 33. And please speak French. My French is improving. Voulez-vous regarder le cyclisme aujourd'hui? Ça va? Où est là? 6.9 kilometers. It's getting better, but it's still at the embarrassing level. I'm still probably at a 2-3-year-old French kid. But 6.8 kilometers still to go. 1 minute and 6 seconds. Remco Evenepoel pushing on here. Oh, can he do it? That is the question. Will he do it? That is the question. And let's do another poll. Who's going to win the stage? So because we had our poll, but like we only had Remco. Who will win the stage? That is the question. Who will win the stage? Will it be Remco? Will it be Jonas? Will it be Ayuso? Kelderman at the back. So this is a big loss for Jumbo. So a bit of the damage being put on. We're seeing Leonard van Itterveld. Where is he? He's trying to go off the front here. Brave. Good youngster. I think it was his first Grand Tour as well. And yeah, DB Cooper just got back from grocery shopping. Bahrain is driving. Why? Exactly. What is Bahrain doing? Many of you going for Sepp Kuss as well. I mean, yeah. Show your love for Sepp Kuss in the comments as well if you think he's going to be the one winning. I was just like, after yesterday, and I could have bet Jonas or Sepp Kuss as well. And we'll wait and see. Great to have Annette from Denmark. Let me know where in Denmark as well. Obviously, I'm a Copenhagener. But we're seeing damages being brought on here on the peloton now. They are on that 7 kilometer section now. So the pain really being put in. Many of the the riders dropping now. Yeah, what on earth are they doing, Bahrain? But Caruso is the man taking up the mantle of breaking down the peloton now in pursuit of Lotto Destiny's rider here. I mean, yeah, it really brings these incredible riders, the best riders in the world, to their knees, makes them look human to some respect. But Remco Evenepoel pushing on here. We're seeing flags on the side of the road. Can't quite recognize those flags. And I mean, chapeau to everyone who made it up here. If anyone cycled, there's plenty of e-bikes along the road as well. You can see that. 6.3 kilometers, 42 seconds, 43 seconds. Remco's bleeding time here, but all he needs to do is win by 1 second. So I just think if Jonas lifts the pedal, clicks the gears, if you will, it's game over almost. Remco feels the pain of breakaway riders before him. He's not often in this position. 6.2 kilometers. And yet a fellow Copenhagener as well. Ineos is to cycling what Ferrari is to F1. Oh, I love it, Brian. That is amazing. But yeah, we've got Caruso here pushing on. Wout Poels, former winner of the stage here up to Angliru. They brought back the youngster from Belgium. But yeah, Bahrain victorious is, yeah, one rider down. Tiberi is at the back. Jonas is from Colling. Great to have you here. I believe Eskren's from Colling as well. DB Cooper keeps telling me about Rasmus Højlund. I never knew who he was until you mentioned it on the stream. Yeah. So we'll wait and see. It should be interesting what's going to happen here. 6 kilometers still to go here. 43 seconds. Plenty of Danes in the comments as well. Julian as well. Represent. Isn't that where Jonas is born? Let me know. 42 kilometers to go. Oh, is it where he lives? He's born in Tistel, is it not? I'm not sure. But the suffering behind the rampant gradients here, just distancing riders. I think we're out. Vlasov's gone. Vlasov. Mark Soler, Vlasov out the back here. So, yeah. You worked with Jonas while he was in the fish factory. Oh, that's an impressive story. Hope you still keep in touch. But Caruso is the man keeping on the pace here. Sorry for anyone who isn't fluent in Danish or speaks Danish. Google Translate the comments as well sometimes. Or who's in the house as well. Yeah, Vlasov is dropped, guys. Vlasov is dropped. So Bora Hansgrohe in problems here. Where is the young Autobrooks? Is he still up here? Remember, it's his first Vuelta Espana, the youngster. This is crazy. Great to have René from Kyoto as well. But Bahrain victorious, grinding down the peloton. The birthday boy here looking very good. Sepp Kuss, Ayuso looking like he's struggling. Autobrooks in the hurt luck here. But Caruso is absolutely calm, cool, calm, collected here. Right now, it's Caruso versus Remco Evenepoel on the Remco Evenepoel on the Angliru here. So we'll wait and see. Uh, yeah, Remco looking around here. Remco, you can't expend energy turning your neck. All the energy needs to go to the pedals. Stop going on the radio. Just go, go, go. I don't like when riders fiddle. Oh, Bardet. He wants to join his previous companion in on stage 13. Was it stage 13? Stage 14? Stage 13? But yeah, Romain Bardet trying to get up the road. A friend of the channel as well. He's been on the channel a few times. And yeah, what can he do here? Pushing on DSM. They would love to get something out of this. And a stage on the Angliru is pretty high on anyone's wish list when you start the Vuelta. But will he be able to do it? He's great. What happens? But Remco Evenepoel is almost being brought back here. So that gap of 1 minute just disappeared completely. And yeah, Romain Bardet, Remco Evenepoel, it's not his day. Remco's caught. It's over, guys. It's over. Oh no. Oh no, the Remco dream is over. Romain Bardet is the one trying to get up the road now. Not the biggest threat on GC, but my heart goes out to Remco. I kind of wanted him to do this. Maybe he should have. I don't know. Hindsight in 2020, it's always easy to say. He went out, he did his best, so yeah, he really showed panache, etc., etc. I know some people don't want to label moves panache if they don't come off successfully, but I think, yeah, but Romain Bardet just, yeah, almost ignited the pace completely. We still have Bahrain victorious here. They've got Wout Poels driving the pace with Butrago, then Sepp Kuss on his wheel. Is this for Lando or is it for Butrago? I am confused now. Yeah, Ayuso's dropping. Yeah, so Ayuso is dropping. So anyone who was wanting the Spanish rider, oh, this is big losses. It's Bahrain and Jumbo now destroying the field, and this is crazy stuff right now happening. Jumbo Visma, together with Bahrain, have just sliced this group in half. This is not good. Remco Evenepoel at the back. Yeah, he gave it his all, but now it's, yeah, he's seeing teammates now as well. But he got points for the jersey. No risk, no reward, as no risk, no glory, as Primoz Roglic says. Primoz Roglic, as my Slovenian friend said I should say it. But yeah, Wout Poels here, former winner on the stage, as we said, courtesy of that relegation disqualification of Kobo in the history books. But Wout Poels, Butrago, I mean, Bahrain are looking great here. This is crazy stuff. But Remco out the back wasn't meant to be. 5 kilometers to go here for the end of the stage. And yeah, this is crazy stuff going on now. The alliance, the temporary alliance that I've seen. Yeah, it should be. Yeah, it should be incredible to see what happens here. We still have Enric Mas still here. Roglic struggling to hang in here. So it's three Jumbo Visma guys versus three Jumbo versus three Bahrain. And now the mist is coming. They're absolutely mythical conditions. This is, yeah, Landa is going to find himself climbing quite high up in terms of the rankings here. And great to have over 1,000 people in the chat as well. Welcome. Let's try and get to 200 likes. And remember, if you haven't already, check out the recap race analysis later on the Cycling Dane Extra channel, the sister channel here of this channel, and the new Echelon Cycling podcast as well. Well, fairly new. The new episode came on Monday, but 4.6 kilometers still to go of the stage. Wout Poels driving up the pace with Santiago Butrago, his teammate, in these misty conditions here. Bahrain. This is crazy. Are we seeing the rise of Bahrain victorious? UAE are just being distanced. They have been dissected. They've been left behind. yeah, we were questioning if Bahrain should be doing this, but obviously they've really showed the strength here. And yeah, you guys managed to get us to 200 likes. Well done, everyone. And yeah, let me know where you're watching from as well. Who's going to win the stage as well? 48% of you believe it is going to be a Jonas Vingegaard victory. We haven't put Sepp Kuss on. I think we need to change the poll now as well. Let's just say, is Jonas going to win? If Jonas wins this, this is going to be a tremendous, tremendous win for him. Will Jonas win? Yes or no? But 4.3 kilometers, all the Danes in the comments were all obviously all ecstatic about this. We want to see our Galactico win. But all Sepp Kuss fans want to see him on his birthday win on the Angliru. Are we going to see a gifting of the stage? Are we going to see Sepp Kuss keeping that red jersey? There are bonus seconds available on the line as well. So yeah, it's an interesting one. It's a interesting dynamic that we have folding ahead of us. But yeah, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel to see your name flash up as well. And yeah, it should be yeah, I mean, Botrago is doing a great job here. Bahrain are doing a sensational job. I thought this would be akin to what we've seen in Jos Grenadiers do in the past when they haven't got, well, in recent Grand Tours, to be honest. Yeah, because if what am I saying? If they don't have the jersey, if they're not the strongest riders, why are you riding on the front here? So I thought we'd just see them kind of implode themselves, but that's not the case. 4 kilometers still to go here. And yeah, Sepp Kuss riding well. What is going to happen? That is the big question here. We're seeing fans on the side of the road making their way up here. Oh, it's crazy, isn't it? Bahrain victorious, losing a ride, I think. Is that Butrago? Butrago lost. Yeah, this is Landa is definitely, any Landa fans, myself included, are going to be very happy about this. Thank you for the donation as well, RS. Appreciate that. And yeah, it's crazy stuff going on here. Ayuso's in pain. UAE are gone. They're nowhere. So yeah, it's crazy what's going on right now. It is really, really crazy. Ayuso gone here. We're not going to see Ayuso fighting for the stage, unfortunately. And will Jonas win the stage today? That is the big question. But Landa up here. Sepp Kuss climbing well. The birthday boy. 3.7 kilometers still to go here on this incredible stage. You can see the profile in front of you as well. It's just crazy, crazy profiles here for all the riders. Butrago is gone. Bahrain have 2 riders left. Jumbo have 3 riders. So it's 2 versus 5. Like, this is crazy riding by all of them. It's, yeah, Roglic cracked a bit last time in 2020. We saw Hugh Carthy take the stage win. Sepp Kuss was there on that day. Jonas Vingegaard was there on that day. Oof, Landa looking very well. Landissimo is back, guys. It's back. But Sepp Kuss, this is incredible riding. He likes the hard, long stages. Maybe yesterday was just a small off day, to say the least. But 3.5 kilometers to go. I mean, Jumbo, let Sepp Kuss win. I know we're against gifting riders, but the amount of work that Sepp Kuss has done for Roglic, for Jonas as well in their Grand Tours wins, you would have thought that they could pay him back with this Vuelta. That, yeah, we're seeing Enric Mas as well out the back. He's suffering a lot. He's got Butrago on his wheels, so at second place finish, looks like it's not going to be the case for the Movistar captain here, but he could potentially fight himself into a top 4, top 5 place at the end by the time we get to Madrid. But yeah, these savage profiles are really stringing out the peloton right now. So we'll wait and see what happens. But 19 seconds he's losing, and Juan Ayuso is losing 28 seconds right now on the road. So there's going to be some time losses on the day. But the big winner in terms of most positions gained, I think, will be none other than Mikel Landa. Wout Poels, that kind of similar role as what we've seen with Sepp Kuss here, but the gradients are incredibly insane. 4 minutes and 12 seconds down was what Landa had as a deficit at the beginning of the day. Yeah, I mean, he's not going to be threatening any in terms of the provisional top five. It's Enric Mas, Ayuso, Roglic, Vingegaard, and Sepp Kuss. So nothing's really changed as of yet. Alterbrook's losing time as well. I think he's hovering in the same group or a bit ahead of Ayuso, but Alterbrooks could be gaining a lot of time as well. I forgot Romain Bardet is nowhere in the GC classification here, but this is mythical scenes. This is Tourmalet 2010 almost with the fog. You love to see it. 3 kilometers to go here for the riders. 21 seconds down for Enric Mas. You got Juan Ayuso, 38 seconds down. He's starting to crack here. But the job being put on by Wout Poels, the two best super domestiques in the last 10 years in this group are Wout Poels and Sepp Kuss, powering on. But Sepp Kuss in that red jersey. We have seen Wout Poels given his opportunities as well. He's finished top 6 in the Vuelta Espana before, but today he's doing a job for Mikel Landa. This could be the last Grand Tour we see Mikel Landa riding for his own chances, as he is going over to Soudal Quickstep. Yeah, it's crazy what's happening right now. Bahrain victorious, Jumbo-Visma having a somewhat inter-team... I don't know. Roglic coming to the front now. Is he just committed to working for his teammates now? Juan Ayuso gone. It's incredible what's going on here. Roglic pushing on here. Are they just trying to break Wout Poels? Wout Poels looks like he's going out the back, so it's going to be Landa. Oh, Roglic is getting a gap here. Small gap here. Is this going to be Roglic's win today? Is that what we're going to see? Is it going to be an Inter-Jumbo-Visma championship here? But Roglic is starting to distance everyone. Landa can't hang on. And I mean, this is tactics 101 being employed by Jumbo-Visma. When you have got the advantage, you need to play with it. And Sepp Kuss on the wheel of Landa. I mean, Roglic is 2 minutes and, well, how long? 1 minute and 33 seconds. Let's just get it right. Down on Sepp Kuss here. But Landa is the one chasing back Roglic now. Primož Roglic is the one who's out in front. So... are we going to see Roglic take the win? He didn't win in 2020. He did win the Vuelta Espana that year, but this is a way to kind of try and break Landa, but I don't see the point. I don't see the point of breaking Landa. He's not a threat in GC. Do you really think Landa's going to beat you in a sprint? Come on, let's be honest here. But Roglic getting a bit of a distance here, so the rule of not attacking the jersey when it's in your team, Jumbo don't care about that, but they are also playing the team tactics here. So yeah, Sepp Kuss, the birthday boy, it looks like he might not be winning the stage here. 2.6 kilometers to go, but I mean, we've seen riders blow up. We saw Remco Evenepoel blow himself up as well, but okay, he was going further up. But Alterbrooks here trying to really push on here. The youngster, this is going to be a huge day for him. Last year he was riding the Tour de l'Avenir around this time, so yeah, it's just crazy what's going on, you have to say. But Roglic pushing on here, doing what he does very well. Sepp Kuss riding up to him. Oh, it's Kuss and Roglic, the iconic duo. They're together here. Are we going to see them riding hand in hand? Has Jonas Vingegaard not gotten in him? Well, where's Jonas? That is the big question. Great to have 1,300 people in the chat. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel here on the Cycling Dane channel. And if you haven't already, make sure to check out the recap race analysis and the Echelon Cycling podcast to help us try and get that to 2,000. So if everyone subscribed here, that would be on 2,000 like in 10 minutes. I'll put the link in the comments. But Ayuso struggling. We've seen so many this climb getting the better of so many riders. He's still doing a phenomenal time. And remember, I said that in order for them to break the record, they would have to finish by 5:11. It's 5:06 now. So I think the record of Robert Heras is going to be safe-ish. But we'll have to wait and see. But 2.2 kilometers. And it's all still to play for here on the day. that we're seeing, yeah, implosion of the welter. You love to see it. The riders being pushed to the hurt locker. Juan Ayuso riding out of his skin here to do anything. And Jonas Vingegaard looks like he's not doing anything here. Ayuso's struggling. He's the new superstar of Spain. Together with Carlos Rodriguez, they're going to be powering along the next generation of Spanish Grand Tour hopes. And Autobrooks, the next hope for Belgium after Remco Evenepoel. They've had a long time having big GC guys, but now they've got both Remco and this youngster coming through, Autobrooks, in his first ever Grand Tour, on his first ever Angliru, and now it's a 1-2-3, guys. It's a 1-2-3. They've broken none other than Landa, so it's a 1-2-3. Oh, this is, yeah, it is what it is, isn't it? 1-2-3 Jumbo Visma. They've ridden everyone apart. It's just a training camp now. And yeah, super dominant Jumbo Visma here. This is what it is, really. I don't know what we can say other than it's a spectacular feat in front of our very eyes. Sepp Kuss getting dropped a bit by his two other teammates. These three have been running riot in terms of the Vuelta Espana. And yeah, 2 kilometers to go. Roglic is the rider in front. Then you've got Jonas Vingegaard, then Sepp Kuss. Yeah, we will wait and see who. Well, we'll do that then. We'll do a poll. Who's going to win the stage out of these three? New poll time. Sepp Kuss is in problems now, so he's on the radio. Bit of struggling. Are they going to leave him behind? Are they going to wait for Kuss, or are they going to disappear into the fog? I think they're not going to wait for him. They are not waiting for him. Okay. There's a kilometer until it goes flat, so yeah. Okay, 29 seconds is the distance between the two. We're seeing Autobrooks here getting the better of in the Joao Almeida. He's getting support from Portuguese riders, but Sepp Kuss is getting distance here. Yeah, guys, confused.com completely here. What is happening? This is crazy. Sepp Kuss is getting dropped by Jonas Vingegaard and Roglic quite considerably here. And we're seeing Vingegaard and Roglic just riding away from the leader's jersey. On Sporting? He is the... Yeah. Now Landa's being brought back, bringing back Sepp Kuss. I mean, this is strange, isn't it? Yeah. But Sepp Kuss dropped here by his teammates, even though he's wearing the red jersey. I think this is a bit weird. They are so dominant that they're winning this either or. So I don't see the point of dropping your teammate who's in the jersey. Yeah, make sure to join us over on the recap race analysis on the Cycling Date Extra channel, because we're going to be ripping this to shreds, I think. Patrick, obviously not a Jumbo Visma fan at the greatest of times, so this Roglic, Jonas Vingegaard disappearing up the road. I mean, I'm a fan of Roglic and Vingegaard, but I must admit I don't like this. On his birthday as well. On his birthday. What a birthday present for Sepp Kuss, who have helped both of you win the Grand Tours you won this year. If it wasn't for Sepp Kuss, there would be no Roglic Giro d'Italia. Let's just be honest. That's stage 16 where he crumbled. But we're seeing Almeida and Autobrooks forming a good alliance. But yeah, Sepp Kuss is going to lose the jersey, I think, with bonus seconds included. He's 21 seconds behind Jonas Vingegaard and yeah, Roglic. Wow. I don't know. What are they doing here? Yeah, this is strange, isn't it? I think that Jonas is winning the stage now. Well, should they have waited? Should they have waited for Kuss? Yes or no? I'm gonna say yes because he's the leader's jersey. The unwritten rule in cycling: you don't attack your leader. 21 seconds down, 20 seconds down, 19 seconds down. 1 kilometer to go here for Jonas Vingegaard and Primož Roglic. I must admit, this is quite savage. Um, yeah, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, 1 kilometer to go here. And Roglic is pushing on the pace for Jonas Vingegaard on second wheel. 18 seconds down to Sepp Kuss and Mikel Landa. So, I mean, the dream is still back here. The dream of the jersey. They're saying it's a 13-second gap here. Landa looks like he might be the stronger of him and Kuss. Kuss still needs to get the bonus seconds, but you need Roglic to win this stage, I think. But yeah, what a birthday gift, I have to say. Jonas Vingegaard looking very composed, calm. Yeah, it's what you think. Yeah, 70% of you. I think the poll speaks for itself here. Um, yeah. What was that thing? Right, we win together. Just not today when you're wearing the red jersey. My bad taste in my mouth is about that. This is, yeah, it is what it is. But it is cycling. It is a brutal sport. Less than 800 meters to go for the pair out in front. And Landa is the one pulling the red jersey here. Yeah, but like Savage Pro said, very savagely, no gifts in cycling should be allowed. So, on that testament, Roglic and Jonas Vingegaard coming to the line here. It looks like Sepp Kuss is just going to keep hold of that jersey by the skin of his teeth. Maybe it should be like, guys, slow AF up, please. But yeah, someone not enjoying the talk. Okay, whatever. But 400 meters to go here for Juan Ayuso, doing his best to try and limit the losses. Roglic coming in, flying. Is he going to take the stage win? Is it going to be Jonas Vingegaard? Remember that the stage doesn't finish on the top of the climb. They have this plateau near the top. So we'll wait and see what happens. This is an interesting part of interesting day. They're racing around these corners. We've seen Roglic take the victory ahead of Jonas Vingegaard, and we start the time. But yeah, Roglic racing to the line there. Yeah, it is what it is. You would think, but Sepp Kuss there racing to the line as well. Every second counts now. He's trying to defend his red jersey on his birthday. It looks like he is going to be still wearing that red jersey. The time, 29 seconds. He crosses 18 seconds, and then you have to account for the yeah, for the jersey. But I'll get you the top 10 before we go away and do the recap race analysis with Patrick. But great to have 1,500 people here in the chat. Let me know where you're watching from, what you thought of the shenanigans of the Jumbo team. They can do whatever they want. It's cycling. There are no gifts in cycling, as we said. And yeah, the only thing is the unwritten rule of cycling. You don't attack your teammate who's in the in the leader's jersey. That is the rule I'm holding to. I'm not saying that they shouldn't attack him because it's his birthday. I'm saying the whole point is you don't attack your teammate who, yeah, but it is what it is. But we're still waiting for Juan Ayuso. We're still waiting for Enric Mas. The damage done by this mountain is incredible. Autobrook's coming up here as well with, I think, was it Butrago on his wheel? Good ride by the Colombian rider as well. He's going to see himself fly up as well. And Juan Ayuso coming now with Enric Mas on his wheel. So the two best Spanish riders. Well, Landa was the best Spanish rider on the day, but in terms of the GC, I still think it's going to be these two. The GC is going to be changing a lot after this as well. The damage we have seen is incredible. But yeah, many of you thinking that Sepp Kuss should be listening to other offers from other teams. Hugs at the finish. Sorry, bro. On your birthday, we attacked you, and you were in the leader's jersey. Yeah, but it's just weird, isn't it? We haven't been in this situation really. Yeah, it is what it is, and cycling is what it is. But yeah, it's a peculiar situation that we haven't found ourselves in quite a while. I think 2012 Tour de France was a similar position with Chris Froome being the strongest rider, but not being allowed to attack his teammate. But yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. It'll be interesting to hear the interviews. But I promised you a top 10, so I'll get you a top 10 before I scurry off and do the recap race analysis with Patrick. But Juan Ayuso here, suffering on the ground. I mean, anyone doing the Angliru is going to be suffering, and then doing it at race pace in the Vuelta Espana in the third week is something else, let's be honest. So we'll wait to see what happens in terms of further in. Tomorrow is a tough stage as well. I'll make sure to come back for that as well. But yeah, the recap race analysis is what we're going to focus on now. Oman Cycling Day Extra channel, so make sure to join us for that. But I'll just get the top 10 up while I read it out for you guys. But yeah, Savagery by Cold, Cool, Calm, Collect. And yeah, I mean, Jumbo-Visma, they've just been the team in terms of the Grand Tour racing this year. You can't fault them. They're going to do the unprecedented of 3 Grand Tours in 1 year. Roglic winning on the stage with Jonas Vingegaard second place, 19 seconds ahead of their teammate, Sepp Kuss. So it's a 1-2-3 once again for Jumbo-Visma on a mountain stage. Byron victorious, riding really strong with Landa, finishing in 4th place. Wout Poels making sure that he finished in 5th place. The former winner of the stage, Joao Almeida, 6th place, finishing ahead of Autoprog, so he managed to distance the youngster in the end. Butrago, 8th place, good ride by him. So Bahrain having 4 free riders up there, which is good to see by them. Thank you as well, Felix Celix for donating as well. Appreciate that. Appreciate every single one of you who tuned in today. And I'll see if we have a quick GC before before we head off. And yeah, it's definitely a race that needs some dissection. So I hope you join us for the Cycling Day Extra channel. And yeah, I think we might be seeing Sepp Kuss losing that jersey tomorrow. DB Cooper saying breaking news, Jonas Vingegaard reportedly ate Sepp Kuss's birthday cake immediately after the stage. That didn't happen. That was a joke, guys. Yeah, we're waiting to see what happens here. It's intriguing stage to say the least. But I will head over and do the recap race analysis on the Cycling Day Extra channel or on the Cycling Day podcast if you want to give that some love over on wherever. But yeah, Remco Evenepoel, good question. Where is he? I mean, I don't think some of you are saying that he might have not finished the stage. I think he's definitely staying in the stage, let's be honest. Let's get the classification as well. No, that's the classification of the day that the guys are showing. Yeah, in terms of the in the overall, we've got Sepp Kuss leading with 8 seconds down to Jonas Vingegaard, so nothing at this point. Primož Roglic 1 minute and 8 seconds. Then you got Juan Ayuso 4 minutes, still holding on to that 4th place. Miguel Landa 5th. Yeah, 4 minutes and 16 seconds down. So yeah, leapfrogging his countrymen of Enric Mas. So 5th place currently for Miguel Landa. He's never finished inside the top 5, top 10 in a Giro d'Italia. Yes, he has, but in a Vuelta Espana. Let's just get it right. But anyways, that's basically it for me. Thanks very much for every single one of you who've joined here today. Hope to see you all tomorrow. And as always, thank you for watching. Have a good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. And check out the Cycling Day Extra channel if you haven't already. And yeah, I'll see you